Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya
Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhavati Uttama Shloke Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna. Thank you all for coming and joining us on this evening. Just one more day left, month of Kartik. Been going around to different places in this month, meeting a lot of people, sharing Srimad Bhagavatam and bringing Krishna into the lives of many people. I believe this is 190th program in the month of Kartik. And tomorrow we'll conclude with the last program at our home. And the beauty of this year's programs were that every place we went, so much of love which were given to all of us who was visiting, Kartika Prabhu, Srini, Suvega, myself, also 9/11. And we see that there is a whole air which is actually carrying a lot of spiritual, substantial spiritual energy with it. So many people are being attracted. Srila Prabhupada, when he was there in US, when he started the movement, he used to have his Bhagavad Gita classes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and nobody used to come. No one. Prabhupada still continued to have his sessions for the four walls. There were no audience whatsoever. But to make sure that the universe understands our intent, Prabhupada used to continue to have his sessions anyways. He used to alone sit, give class. Imagine giving class to now you are not there. You can speak something. If nobody is there, it's very difficult for a speaker. At least if there is one person, then we can speak. If there is nobody, what will you speak? Prabhupada used to speak. And he used to chant Hare Krishna mantra. He used to give class. No one, alone. He used to cook also, hoping that somebody would come. Right? Eventually, people started coming. Prabhupada recollects this much later. He tells that this Hare Krishna mantra is so potent that when it permeates in the air, it actually goes and touches the hearts of people, then brings them in. So we see an actual demonstration of it nowadays in what's happening in Amsterdam. As such, from the quantity perspective, we are a very small team. We are not too big. We are not having like a big temple with hundreds of devotees or thousands of devotees, hundreds of thousands of devotees, which you usually see in these temples. We are a very small team. But then the kind of activities somehow Krishna is enabling us to do right now is really next level. And it's all being possible because of this speciality of the Hare Krishna mantra. It is so potent. And if anybody recites this sincerely, if they take it to their heart and just recite, Hare Krishna mantra will spread, go around and bring people. Okay. So all of us are sitting here today not by chance. So you should not think that somehow I happen to be here. Not by chance. Nothing is by chance. It is not by chance that Pratapatra Prabhu got married to Sita. It is not chance. It is not by chance that somehow Suveta happened to come here. Not by chance. It is not by chance that somehow all of us are here also. But then, how much we value this, it depends on us. Can someone tell them, just tell them, absolute zero voice, zero. Otherwise, we'll not be able to focus. So, it depends on us how we value it right now. See, this universe has a very peculiar behavior. It's filled with duality. You know what is duality? There is heat, there is cold. There is success, there is failure. What else?
Day, night.
There is day, there is night. What else?
Light and darkness.
Happiness, sadness. Good. What else?
Light, darkness.
Life, death.
Love and
Life,
hate.
death. Very good. What else?
Love and hatred.
Love, hatred. Very good. What else?
Evil and good.
Evil and good. What else?
Dharmic and adharmic.
Dharmic, adharmic. Good. What else? Keep thinking. What else?
Dev,
is
Dano.
good? Huh? Dev, Dano.
Dream and reality.
Dream, reality. Good. What else?
Black and white.
Dream and reality are the same.
Black and white.
We'll discuss that later.
Yeah, Advaita. Satya or Asatya.
Satya, Satya. Good.
Black
What
and
else?
white.
Black, white. Good. Yes. What else? That's it.
जीवन मृत्यु
हो गया.
Open and closed.
Open.
Yeah, now we are just discussing opposites now. विरुद्धार्थी शब्द.
इसका क्लास नहीं चल रहा है.
ऊपर नीचे.
आगे पीछे. Left right.
this and that that's my last year class.
Yes. How many of us were there? You were there last year.
I remember
Who was
this
there, last year.
from first year when I was here. We had discussed it in my house.
Anyway, so the universe is having this as a characteristic. You can't change it. Even if someone becomes a Manu, you can't change it. Shall I tell a story?
Yes.
There is a person called as Shraddha. What's the name? You are making the noise or she is making the noise? She is making the noise. Let's pull it out. He is our current Manu. He is the son of Surya Dev. He is also called as Vaivaswata. Yeah. So the current Manvantara is called as Vaivaswata Manvantara. The ruling party is, the ruling person is called as Vaivaswata, son of Vivaswan. So Shraddha had a wife named Shraddha. What's the name?
Shraddha.
And they were wanting a child. Yeah. Shraddha thought he wants a son. And he goes to his guru, Vasishtha, and tells, let's perform a sacrifice. And I want a son. So Vasishtha arranged for, you all know Vasishtha?
Yeah.
He is Ram's life also he is there. Great sage. Yes. So Vasishtha tells you, let's do a yajna for Mitra and Varuna. And we'll ask for a son. So they arrange for a sacrifice. Everything is going on really well. And almost at the end of the yajna ceremony, Shraddha goes and tells the one who is giving ahuti. The yajna, there are many different varieties of brahmanas involved. It's not just one brahmana. Somebody is just cross-checking if everything is going on well. Because the number of ahuti you need to give, there is a count for it. For example, if you are doing Ashwamedha Yaga, to give the number of ahuti as the number of steps the horse has walked around the globe. Imagine millions of steps the horse has walked, that many number of ahutis need to be given. Somebody has to count it. So somebody is just there to count, making sure everything is right. Someone is in charge of all the intricate matters. Swara is being recited properly. So Shraddha goes and tells to the guy who is giving ahuti, please tell, I have a daughter. And deal is made. This person thought, okay, anyway, the queen is coming and telling, she wants a daughter. So final moment came to give Purnahuti. That's when you actually ask, what do you want? And then when that was being done, this guy who was requested by the queen, he tells, let there be a daughter. The yajna is done. And our dear Shraddha and Shraddha are blessed with a baby girl. It's a small problem that Shraddha didn't really expect this. He's like, I wanted a daughter. Vasishtha is doing the yajna. ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? If some normal, some XYZ Brahmana having no qualification, if they are doing yajna, then yeah, it's understandable that there may be some mistakes and some स्वर कुछ अलग हो जाएगा, last moment में कुछ तो हो गया. But Vasishtha is doing. How can this be possible? So he was really sad. I did so much of effort. I wanted a son. I wanted a daughter. I can't accept this. Really sad. So he goes to Vasishtha and tells, I can't accept this. You are such a great sage. Your words are as good as God's words. How is it possible that I got a daughter? I want a son. So Vasishtha is like, oh really? You wanted a son? Vasishtha is also confused now. Now how is this? So he started doing cross-checking. So who is that then? Who was giving ahuti? How is this? And he told, no, Queen told me. So the news comes back to Shraddha. I didn't know, I want son. But then Vasishtha tells, no problem, don't worry. I'll do a second sacrifice now. We'll do it for Vishnu. I'll make this daughter. She was already given name, Ila. Yeah, Namkaran, everything is done. But then still, matter is still ongoing. Yeah. It's still burning news. It's the biggest, what do you call this?
Sub judice.
No, breaking news, right? It's still going on, right? Every day.
Debate.
It's still, yeah, like how is this going, right? What is this? How Vasishtha did this? How is this possible? So Vasishtha took it as a personal, it's a question on himself now. So he had to perform really well. So he did really well sacrifice again for Vishnu, then converted. He made Ila into Sudyumna. Yeah. Girl became boy. Full-fledged boy. Yeah. Shraddha is happy, okay, fine. I got a boy. Eventually, Sudyumna becomes king, and he's there in the forest one day. And along with his associates, he just going, somehow lost track of his where he's going towards north, up north, and eventually reached a place where no men were allowed to enter, because this was the private pastime places of Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati. Okay. Shiji. So men were not supposed to be entering this place. If any man enters the place, they would become. Now, Sudyumna, with his whole entourage, they are in this forest. Is it possible to take Shiji out? Sorry. And is it also possible you tell them to not make noise? You close the door, that door. It's better not to show her phone.
Yeah, that's all.
No.
Where are we?
Entered the forest.
If anyone entered, it will become woman.
So Sudyumna along with the entire army, they all became female. Hila aa gaya. Yeah. And all the others they were like confused now. Oh, ye kya ho gaya ye? But then they're all female now. It's like now princess roaming around in the forest. It was a prince who was roaming around the forest. Suddenly it's princess with her best friends roaming around the forest. And then Ila came across the son of moon, Chandra's son, Budha. And they both got attracted right away. And then out comes Pururav. And Ila is living the life, but eventually she started thinking, I was a man. I like that better. I don't like this. So she remembered Vasishtha. So Vasishtha comes. What happened? I don't like this. Can you please make me man again? And Vasishtha said, Ila was really sad. So he couldn't really see, one of the characteristics of a great sage, a saint. When you are paradukha dukhi, if someone is sad, you can't really. Hare Krishna, come. So Omya is here. Hare Krishna.
All the kids are sent to the next one.
Amazing. Very good.
सारे बच्चे गए थे.
Very good, very good. You have done this much before. That's okay. Come on.
छोटे बच्चे एक हो, बड़े हो गए, वही जा रहे हैं, वही जा रहे हैं.
Now whoever talks, you will also be sent to the next one. I'm kidding. Everybody will go to me. I'll be like, okay, I'll be cut out of the ball. Anyway, so one of the characteristics of a sage is para dukha dukhi. Just like how we are para sukha dukhi. Right? Isn't it? Para dukha sukhi. No, Prabhu, not that bad. A great sage is usually para sukha sukhi and para dukha dukhi. Okay, is this the last transaction?
Not sure.
Anything else to be sent? Send everything. Good. So Vasishtha felt like, okay, I need to help this guy. Girl.
Both.
So at that point of time, it was a girl. So he went to Shiva. please. But Shiva was in a fix. Lord Shiva and Parvati, what had happened was that previously they were alone by themselves, and without informing, a lot of sages came. But then Lord Shiva felt a little bit, that was all private time. Mother Parvati is also embarrassed a little bit. So to make up for the situation, Lord Shiva had given her a promise that with my powers, next time if a man enters here, they will become known. So now he doesn't want to go back from his words. That may trigger Parvati. He doesn't want to disappoint Vasishtha also. He may also become sad. I went to Shiva, he's not helping. So Lord Shiva came up with a solution. He told, sure. Let this disciple of yours, let him be man 1 month, woman 1 month. And Ila took it. 1 month man, next month woman. Month after again man. Srimad Bhagavatam says that it really doesn't go in depth about how Ila or Sudyamna was feeling, but it does tell citizens were not really happy. Like, so they were a bit confused, like, what's going on here?
Become king or?
Huh?
Became king?
King and queen.
Yeah, 1 month is king, yes. And eventually he became old and then went to forest. Or she became old. And then Pururava becomes king afterwards. Anyway, why I'm telling this story? Some side story, you know, think like, oh yeah, in modern times also people are doing all this gender exchange, this and that. I think it's very new. It's like, this is happening in the time of Shabdadeva Manu Singh, beginning of his ruling, millions of years ago. The reason I'm telling this story is the duality applies to even Manu. Material world means duality. All that which we categorize in the beginning applies to all living entities, including Manu. Yeah. So to speak of us, if Manu, he's wanting a son, gets a daughter, even with Vasishtha, and he's really feeling that how can this reversal take place? I wanted something, I got something else. So, how many of us have felt this in our life that I really wanted something in life, I got something else? Have you felt this in life? No?
Very common.
Sometimes.
Very common.
Observed sometimes.
Observe, you observe. Good. Creating philosophers now. This is the name of the game. We wish that let every day be a sunny day. Never ends. Hardly get. So, when here is a situation when this is the only reality of life, what can we do around this? What is that which we should do? Pooja? There's still 2 kids here. Who's guy?
मम्मी हम चल गए
Yeah.
चलो चलो
Why you kept these 2 here? Everybody else is playing.
Biases, probably biases.
नहीं वो पहले ही आ गए थे
It's duality. Maybe
Duality.
They are here and there as well.
So good. So when this is the name of the game, what do you want to do? What is that which you want to achieve? Yes, Vijayji, what do you want to achieve? The name of the game is duality. There will be an end one day. All that which we are trying to build today, it's going to be ended. What do you want to do about it? all that which you have today, you have to leave all those things. What do you want to do about it? So now a bit of serious session now. We had a good laughter session. Now a bit serious. What do you want to do? You understand what I'm asking? You have your car, your house. What do you think yourself to be? All your possessions, your nationality, your everything. You will be leaving one day. What do you want to do about it?
Enjoy it as much you can.
Good answer. Very honest. Okay. What else?
Be attached, detached
Be attached, detached.
at the same time.
What is that?
So you can pursue your material thing, what you want to pursue,
Yeah.
but be prepared overnight that it can go away and be ready for it.
How do you do that?
Don't get attached to it. Feel pleasure for that day, that you have it for that moment,
Yeah.
and then you
Okay, so
be
keep
into
enjoying.
increase-
Same answer as what Prabhu gave also more or less. Okay. Just keep enjoying until you can. Okay. Next.
Be happy.
Be happy.
Have something which remains and still serves people after,
After you die also.
yeah,
Selfless.
like some kind of society or some kind of institution.
Hmm. So you
Some
serve in a way that
Social service.
you do social service.
Build a trust.
But at some
Yeah,
point it
trust.
will also go.
Okay. Yeah. No problem. Everybody gets a free choice now. You can tell what do you want to do about it. If you have thought about it, if you have not thought about it, now is the time to think. Think about it. Sahil. Sahil will be like, Prabhu, I came up for such a long time. I am not come again. मैं इसलिए नहीं आ रहा था.
There is no purpose yet.
Okay.
So these all things are like one side of duality.
Yes.
But for the other side, still there is no purpose.
Yeah. Good.
To figure out what I want to do, maybe that's
Very
the other
good.
side.
Yes, we are coming somewhere close now. Good. What else? Did you think about this ever in life or not? Yes, Somay? Prabhu, no time. Somay will tell Prabhu, no time at all. I'm so busy, Prabhu, really. You know, I met Somay after 3 years now. She used to come to our sessions every week. Such, you know, I thought she's going to be the best student of mine. One day she disappeared, and I saw her after 3 years then. So somehow, yeah, maybe she's thinking now why at all I went again. But anyway, it's okay. Krishna makes some plans. So yeah, did you ever think about this? Yes? No? Yes? What's your name?
Partly.
Partly.
After the Tattva discussion
Last
that
year.
happened, I started thinking, but nowhere close, to be honest.
Okay.
Durgesh.
Huh?
Durgesh.
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 Okay. Good. Very nice. Is others? Shashidhar?
haven't really thought.
Okay. Do you want to think about it, Sagar?
But can we do anything?
Yeah, that will come afterwards. Yeah. First, do you want to think about it? If you don't want to think about it, further things don't even make sense anyways, right? So, I'm happy, bro. Let me be happy now. What's the problem? Why you want to come and make my life miserable? Right? So many people think, until I came to ISKCON, I was really happy. I came to ISKCON, oh my God. My life was really happy before. I was so good. I was the best person in the earth. Then eventually start realizing, my God, my heart is filled with anarthas, lust, anger, greed. Whole life, nobody had told me this before. Yeah. That there is kama, krodha, bhaya, mada, matsara in your heart and you have to purify it. Nobody had told me this before.
I was happy with that.
And I was so happy about it.
Ignorance is
Yeah, ignorance is bliss. And then I came and I, like, what's wrong? Like, every single class starts with this and ends with this. You have to purify yourself. Like, I don't have any problem to purify myself. Maybe you have your problems. I figure it out. So yeah, let's think about it. What do you think? Hare Krishna. Come this side. जगह काफी है.
I think we need a direction guru or something like that.
हाँ?
Someone who can guide us. When you don't know what you are searching for, maybe
Yeah.
there is someone who can
No,
guide
that's
you.
the solution part of it. We are not discussing solution yet. I'm still discussing the problem.
Yeah.
See, whether you take mathematics or computer science or algorithms or AI for Shashidhar and Ashish Prabhu or whichever, or life. If you understand the problem fully, solution is just next level. Right? The biggest problem is we don't understand the problem. Isn't it? So let's define the problem properly. Because we are not even thinking about it, I'm just wanting to think about it. We'll come to the solution part later. The problem with being just enjoying today and not thinking about tomorrow is that it really doesn't matter what we think about it or not think about it. Reality is reality. We can't change it. It may seem really good today, but the situations will change. The reality will hit, and there is no time afterwards to think. I kept telling this example. A tiger never ever sits down and contemplates and starts meditating. कल से मुझे vegan बनना है. Yeah. Never. You agree? It never thinks. Oh, I'm creating so much of struggle. This poor deer, I jumped on it. बेचारे मर गए. Just for my tongue. Never thinks. Why? Because it just doesn't have instrumentation to think like this. Right? So that's just a quick example, but it applies to everything. This form which we have right now, Manava Janma, is very special. In this, there is an inherent switch which you can turn on. It's called as Buddhi. And Buddhi, when it's on, you will live like a Nara. Yeah. If Buddhi is off, we live like Pashu. Yeah. And Pashu is extremely interested in Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithuna. And it derives happiness through that. A Manava who is having Buddhi switched off is also very much interested in Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithuna and enjoys life in that plane of existence, very much physical and mental. Happiness derived out of gross matter. This is where how we define happiness to be. Better eating, better sleeping, better eating and sleeping you can cover the entirety of population. This is why we are all living. I want a comfortable place. Once all comforts are done, next level comforts. Once that's done, even further. Once that's also done, even further. So entirety of sophistication is always about Ahara and Nidra, Bhaya, Maithuna. A person who thinks, oh, what's the use of this at the end? Everybody is anyway doing it. Okay? The amount of satisfaction an elephant gets when it's eating the forest, whatever it eats, is the same. The satisfaction level and the happiness level is the same when we ate chole bhature, if you like it. Yeah, it's the same. Activity is different in the sense of just details. How you are eating, what you are eating, you have cooked it. But the satisfaction and happiness level is the same. Yeah.
Short-lived.
It's short-lived. And the kind of experience you get is the same. You agree with this? Yeah. So human can think about this and actually can do something about it. So we need to at some point of time get out of this physical and mental plane of existence. At least we need to come until the plane of Buddhi. The whole of Gita, 2nd chapter, Krishna emphasizes on this Buddhi Yoga. Yeah. One has to be living in Buddhi Yoga. When your Buddhi is awake to begin with, and is connection with Krishna. And your life becomes in a different dimension then. You will continue to do eating, sleeping, mating differently. No problem. But that's not the driver for life. This is not why I'm living. My happiness is not defined by physical plane of existence and physical plane of happiness. I may think, what's the problem? Let me live. That's okay. If somebody thinks that, what's the problem? Let me live. No problem. But reality will hit one day, for sure. Just be assured. It will hit one day. And it will be too late. You will not have any sort of free will anymore to decide. Right now, you do have a free will to decide. This moment today, right now, can be a transformative experience for all of us if we understand, yes, my life needs to be a transformative experience for myself right now. And it's up to us. And nobody's going to force. Half of the people I don't even know the name. So I can't even ask. Kya kar rahe ho? If you come back to me and then tell, it's like Sagar is coming back again now, fourth, fifth time is Kartik. I know the name now. First day he came, Prabhu, you know the Srishti's name, you don't know my name. Yeah, you don't come for the program. What can I do? So abhi aana shuru ho gaya. It's good. So you keep coming and then something in your subconscious existence, understand, let me rewire my thought process. Life is going on very good. It's really well set for becoming spiritual now. Yeah, once we are living in top 1% of the population, you know how everybody else is struggling in the world, but we are having a comfortable life. Majority of us having a comfortable life. So rather than now trying to become more comfortable and much more comfortable and much more sophisticated, let's ask this question: can I rewire my thinking? The definition of happiness beyond the physical and mental plane. Because for us, you can go home and do this exercise. Just take a pen and paper, write down what is happiness for you. Just write it down. Do this, just 5 minutes, sit down and write down what is happiness for you. And then you can reevaluate that, and how much of this is really temporary and how much of this is really forever. And forever is not until you live. Forever means forever. Yeah? Forever is not until you live. But still very short amount of time. Forever means forever. Eternal. Yeah. So anybody who is intelligent, understand, physical plane, temporary. Mental plane, temporary. Anticipation to be happy is more than actual happiness. Can you repeat?
Anticipation to be more happy, more difficult than happiness.
Anticipation to be
happy.
To be happy is
Anticipation to be happy is
more.
more than
more than actual
actual
happiness.
happiness. Yeah. Think about it. Something which you really want to get in life. So much of expectation and anticipation that I will get this, I'll become happy. Yeah. Until you hit that day. You get it. What's the next step? Immediately, like right away, mind will start asking, what is the next step? Yes? How many of us agree? All of us agree? Good. You have lived a life then. You know, I'm not making it up. When I was in my high school, I had no idea what to do in my life. And somehow a lot of relatives started telling, you should do computer engineering. Yeah. And then because you get a really good job. It was like Y2K time, and then Infosys and things are becoming like household names in India already. And then everybody like, you should, this is what you should do. You're intelligent, study this, you get a lot of money. And I sort of until then, my father wanted me to go to an ashram and become a Sanskrit PhD. He never wanted me to go to college also. But somehow, these other things came to my mind. Good time for others phone also to be in silent. And then all the relatives convinced my father. Don't put him in ashram. Let him study college. Private college. One goal. And somehow the other crack the entrance exams, get into the best college of India. Couldn't get into the best of the colleges. Relatively good college in Bangalore. Really good. One of the best in the state of Karnataka. And then the day I joined, only one goal. Get into Intel. That's it. That time that was the best package. By the time I came to the final year in campus placements, I got 5 jobs. I chose the best of them. couldn't get into Intel, but got analog devices, good enough. And then the moment I joined there, then all my friends are going to US. And, okay, I'll also go to US. What do I want to do? I'll do PhD. Like, okay, I'll do PhD. I went to US. And I was somehow telling myself that I'll come back to India and then I'll become a professor. I went to US and then I started understanding what is the life of a professor. What am I doing in my life? 6-7 years of PhD. So much of struggle. And then you become professor, assistant professor, tenure track. Life is hell. It is not really comfortable. So first time ever in my life, I sat down and started thinking, "Karna kya life mein?" I'm just running. Somehow getting also what I want. But what do I want to do? I still remember the day. This was in 2012. For the first time in my life, I made a decision that, okay, enough of running behind things. Let us start redefining what is success for me. So then finally came to the understanding that since childhood somehow I had this interest that I want to connect people with Vedic life, I want to connect people with spiritual lives. I want to live a spiritual life myself. Okay, fine. This is what is my life. And it's going on really good. 13 years now. I'm sure all of us have a story to tell as well like this. And we have been really wanting something. Majority of us will have an upbringing in which perhaps not everything was available what you wanted. You really struggled hard to get where you are today and what you are today. My simplest request is don't run more. It's good. Where you are today is good. Yeah, you're already perhaps in top 1% of the cream layer of the world. 8 billion population there. Top 1% is 80 million. Perhaps we are there in that. Let us not run behind more. If you just keep running, you may come to top 0.1%, top 8 million, 0.01%, 800,000. You may even come top 100 people in the world. You may even become top 1. But your mind will not be happy with it. You will keep struggling. Where do I find the next one? This is how mind works. If you want a proof of it, just open your eyes and look around. No matter however much people have, everybody is still striving for the next thing. Everyone. So give a pause. I'm not telling that don't live a life. Everybody is free. We all have our opportunity to live a life. Let's not make that as the driving force of life. There is really no gain there. On the other hand, if we connect ourselves with Krishna, so much of gain. It is not a life of frustration. This is a life of happiness. Yeah. Life with Krishna is happy eternally. Eternally, and not just temporarily. Temporarily also it is happy, and we sing kirtans, we get together. It is really happy, but this has eternal credit to your account, not just temporary. Even if I need to leave everything today, this will come with you. Krishna has promised in Gita, Ananyas chintayanto maam ye janaha pariyupasate tesham nitya abhiyuktanam yoga kshemam vahamyaham. I'll carry whatever you have in your life achieved as part of your spiritual progress. Krishna has promised that he will carry it forward to next life and beyond. So it will be there for you and with you eternally. So if anybody is having spiritual intelligence, you should really understand this. There is a whole earth and sky difference between material and spiritual happiness. Material happiness, short-lived. Anticipation is more. The beginning, there is a click. You feel like, instant gratification is there. Spiritual happiness, on the other hand, it's not giving instant gratification most of the time. It's a hard struggle to begin with. Right? But that's how eventually you will understand this is for my eternal credit, and happiness is not just evaporating All the happiness which we feel, they are transient in nature. They come, they go. They come, they go. They come, they go. And we keep running behind. Most of the times, just to break the news for you, what we feel as happiness is just lack of miseries. We imagine that to be happiness. Can you repeat?
Lack of misery.
Lack of misery. Yeah. And we think this is happiness. That's not happiness, it's just lack of misery. Yeah. Real happiness is different. Once you experience real happiness, your heart will not be craving for anything else anymore. You're happy inside. Happiness is not outside. This is the biggest lie which has been taught to us. Happiness is outside somewhere, in other people, in other objects, in other things, whatever. That's not where happiness is. It is inside. If I can't find it inside, even if the entire universe is given to you, you will not find it anywhere. And if you can find it inside, even if you have nothing, you're still happy. Isn't it an amazing deal? So your happiness is not a function of external elements then. Yeah. Somehow we all define, if anybody has done mathematics courses, you understand how a mathematical function is written. F of x is, right? Whatever function. So we have put happiness is function of money, house, car, 2 cars, 5 cars, electric cars, spaceship maybe eventually, right?
Boat, material dimension.
Boat, yeah.
All the material dimensions.
Yes. And we just keep adding to it, right? Further and further, and you just keep increasing the parameters of it. It was in the beginning, it was just, when we were kids, perhaps it was just, yeah, free time, bat and ball, right? Happiness. Isn't it? 2, 3 friends, 4 friends maybe. Bat, ball, time. Happiness. Yes or no? Yes. Now, it is not like that, right? There are hundreds of parameters out there. So we have just complicated the function so much. For what? Because nobody really told us at that point of time. Happiness is not external. We kept building a life and an imagination that happiness is, this is what. And then we just kept seeing it in the TV, in the movies, and now in social media, right? You just keep watching. Oh my God, so many vacations for this person. How? Every month going to this place, that place. So happy. Yeah, it's only for plastic happiness. You go and talk with them, you will understand. Oh my God, what is this? So, let us start living real, not plastic lives, real lives. That's our hope, that with this month of Kartik, we actually connect with Krishna. It is so simple. If you connect with Krishna, you will eternally be credited with real happiness. Real happiness, it doesn't go down in value. It keeps increasing. Tomorrow you'll get more. Yeah. Day after tomorrow, much more. This increases in happiness. Second, this is not material in nature. Real happiness is not material. It is spiritual. Real happiness is not cheap. You need to be really deserving candidate to get it. For that, our heart needs to be pure. And that's where it becomes difficult for us. तो वो ये क्या है मुझे तो बाहर तो इतना कुछ मिलता है nobody asked me that I need to become pure to get a great job and money and everything and nobody asked this question, right, that your heart has to be pure of lust, anger, greed, envy, illusion, fear, and then you will get something. Like, no problem, don't worry, you can get money, you can become happy. Right? We are saying sorry, that's a lie. Let us redefine it. Real happiness will come when the heart is pure. Otherwise, it won't come. Yeah. And real happiness is achieved through a process which is happy in itself, is not just frustration in itself. That's why satsanga makes so much of difference. Yeah. So, Srimad Bhagavatam in its 10th skanda gives us at least some glimpses of what is this happiness which everybody is experiencing. Now, when Krishna used to come back from herding of the cows, his whole face would be glittered with dust because he is walking behind the cows. The cows have raised the Vrajarenu. The face of Krishna is filled with dust. But still, it was so attractive. The girls of Vraja, the first glimpse they get of Krishna's eyes, they would faint. So much of love. Yeah. Just the first glimpse. Because they used to keep watching, Krishna is coming, Krishna. And they were not allowed to just go and be with Krishna right away. So they would be like hiding in the corners and somehow, I just want to see Krishna. And eventually Krishna appears. It is not dark yet, but sun is about to set. It's Godhuli Muhurta when cows are coming. So that's the meaning of Godhuli, that the Vrajarenu is raising in the sky. Krishna is just coming. This gopis just get the first glimpse of, and Krishna is perspiring, he's sweating. First glimpse of Krishna. They see and they faint. There's so much of love. Where is this kind of love in our lives? That we see somebody whom we really love and we faint. It's not there. Mother Yashoda would see that same vision, and her motherly affection would get raised so much that she would start producing milk right away. Nanda Maharaj is so happy seeing it, Krishna. All the elderly gopis, they're all so happy, they were all anticipating, I just want to see Krishna now. The cows which come, they are sad, even though they get to meet their calves now, they are sad that they are going away from Krishna. Imagine. They're happy with Krishna and not with their babies. They're sad now that now they have to go away from Krishna. So this is Vrindavan, where everybody loves Krishna. Once you love Krishna, once you get even a little touch of Krishna in your life, the smallest touch of Krishna's presence in your lives, you will understand that everything else is broken pieces of glass, having no worth. It's really no worth. And this is infinite worth. Because Krishna is infinite. He can reciprocate with all of us. It's not that, let's say with Durgesh and Ashish somehow made the threshold. They both got it. Oh, we all can't get it anymore. There are only 2 seats here. No, it's not like that. Only the most intelligent people will get. No, anybody can get it. Oftentimes it's difficult for intelligent people because we think there's too much. Simple-hearted people is easy. Right? Not that all intelligent people are complicated, but some of the times that's why it happens in our lives that more we have, the more complicated we become. The more wealth we have, the more complicated we are. The more beautiful we are, the more complicated we are. The more strong we are, the more complicated we are. Right? But even after having all these things, we can be simple. It's just a choice which we need to make. And Krishna is very simple. He's not complicated. Extremely simple. All that he wants, with all of us, every single one of us, having a good relationship. Krishna is looking forward towards it. That one day Durgesh also will come, I can play with Durgesh. Krishna is anticipating this. Whether Durgesh is anticipating this or not, that's immaterial. Krishna is anyway anticipating and Krishna is ready. just waiting. I'm not telling this. Upanishads tell this. It's as if there are two birds on a tree. And one bird is really busy enjoying the fruits of the tree, and the other bird is just staring at this bird. Just waiting, when will this bird who is enjoying the fruits turn back and understand that I have a friend? Yeah. So, with these programs, it's our wish, it's our hope that we all become spiritual. We actually really, from rational intelligence, want to be away from duality. We want to connect ourselves with eternal happiness. It's just our wish. Yes, Ashishji.
So we get happiness in small things also. Sometimes
Yes.
some people eat something, get happiness. Some people drink something, happiness.
Yes.
Some people get something, become
Yes.
happiness. So how can we think that eternal happiness is a greater thing than this small happiness?
Amazing question. If you start analyzing the kind of happiness which we derive out of mental and physical play, you can understand there is a real limit right away. Yeah. So you become happy by eating 3 chole bhature. 3. Yeah. 4th one?
Time dimension.
6th, 10th. Can you still be happy? There is a physical limit. You might tell no, Prabhuji, बाद में दे दो ना, शाम को खाऊंगा. है ना? अभी हो गया, शाम को देंगे. That's what I'm trying to say. It's limited. There is an absolute limit. Whichever happiness you may think of, doesn't matter. There's an absolute limit. You can't really cross beyond that. When your mind is not fully satisfied yet, that's why you think, I'll eat afterwards. If there is a provision, you would have eaten more. If there is a provision. If there is a provision, you would have done something else more. But there is a limit. And in this temporary, transient happiness, we just waste our life hoping that one day or the other I'll make it. Which I'll become really happy. It is as if thinking that I keep, studying civil engineering, but I'll become a neurosurgeon one day. It will never happen, isn't it? You're doing something, and that's what will happen eventually. You're just struggling for happiness, anticipating for happiness, somehow or the other postponing the real question, and one day there is no question anymore. It's done. And the next form of life starts, and we think, wow, new set. I'll start becoming happy here. But it's the same game. So, maybe next life I'll become an elephant. And I'll think, wow, it's all new now.
Is there someone whom we can look at and see that, okay, this is...
This guy dead and he became an elephant. He's really sad now. He's an elephant.
He's experiencing the eternal happiness, so
Yeah.
I can look...
Very good.
I answered a similar question. If we don't know those dimensions, then
Yes.
how do I know that I am happy in that dimension?
Very good. So, what makes spirituality a bit tricky is that there is nobody in the world who has died and has come back and to tell you that, Ashish, you know what, I just died last week. ये मेरा experience था. Like, how many of us give Dutch exams? you learn from others, right? Like you क्या था ये KNM, देखा होता है, exam क्या होता है, how do you get we just want to score 5, 6, not 5, 5.5, right? 5.5 is pass. So you get 6. So at least there's some people whom you can ask and how was your exam and how was my exam, and you can cross check and study all the papers and then prepare. What makes spirituality a bit interesting is that you have nobody like this who just died and come back and telling you, oh, this is what my experience, I didn't really live Krishna conscious way and this is how I experienced. Oh, I really lived Krishna conscious way, this is how it was. If you want, there are like 2 examples like this. It would be so easy, right? I could quote them everywhere. Take them as what do you call this? Testimonials. Right? I go with these testimonials. I have 2 cases here, right? Unfortunately, it's not there. But then there's the reason Shastra speak about it. Right? So if you intuitively think about it, first thing we need to really understand, and unfortunately we don't understand this because of our upbringing and education, that life is eternal. The first thing, but we don't understand it. We have been hardcore programmed that this is the life, enjoy to the max. Yeah. The eternity of life, we have not been taught like that. The modern science, which is an offshoot of Abrahamic concept of life, thinks of a linear time. There is a beginning of time and it just keeps going. Vedic life is a circular time. Right? That's why we call it Kala Chakra. Right? So, unless we understand the circular nature of life and eternity of life, you will never ever understand anything else in spirituality. But that's unfortunately how our brain is programmed now. So we have to really reprogram it to understand how do I even rationally explain what's going around. There has to be some rationality, isn't it? It cannot be just random event which is going on. It just cannot be a random event.
Question he asks is from your personal experience, if you can tell something
Yeah,
which
I mean,
can be related, because
Sure.
yeah.
But perhaps better is some other great acharyas examples. So we see how Srila Prabhupada lived. Right? So we can see that even though he was such an old person, 70 plus, he lived a life wherein his life was absolutely for Krishna. And irrespective of what life was throwing at him, he was actually practicing and scaling Krishna consciousness. Even on the last verge of his death, there is a recorded video. You can see he is giving Srimad Bhagavatam purports. He is about to die, like quite literally dying, but then he is still translating and giving purport to Srimad Bhagavatam. And this shows you an example of how this sort of living a Krishna conscious life can actually transcend you from the lower modes of attachment to actually be someone who is with Krishna all the time. So we should really study Srila Prabhupada's life, and it's all there in recorded, not just in books but also in videos. You can watch how Prabhupada left his body. He's still giving Srimad Bhagavatam purports. Last moments, about to die, still Srimad Bhagavatam purports. He's speaking. So then in Srimad Bhagavatam we see the life of Bharata, the great king who became a deer because he got attached to a deer. He was almost about to get spiritual perfection but still became a deer afterwards. And then became a human again and then perfected his life. So the biggest example will be yourself when you follow. There are certain things which fall into the category of unknown. Right? So you know, a spear. So Ashish knows that, he knows AI. Shashidhar also knows, he knows AI. Right? They work for the best AI company in the world, they know, I know AI. They know, they don't know construction engineering. You know it, right? You both know that you don't know construction engineering. If somebody comes and tells, no, I need to construct like a 100-floor building here. Can you give me the things, how it should be done? I'll be like, sorry. Maybe I can put it in the AI and then give you the answer, but I don't know. So, right? So you know, and you don't know. There's a bigger sphere. Many things which you don't know. But the infinite sphere is you don't even know what you don't know. It's like infinite sphere. You don't even know that you don't know this. So how will you know? There is just no way. Yeah. So we should start then with what I know. And what I know is I exist. I think therefore I am. Greek philosopher, right? I think therefore I am. Who told this? I forgot. So because you know you exist, so start from there. You exist. Build it up. You are existing. How do I get to the next step? Existence, what is this? If life is eternal, where am I heading later? Yeah. So, needs a bit of robustness in our thinking. If you're not robust enough, you'll not be able to understand. But all these things can be very simply, easily understood by simple methods in Kali Yuga. Previous ages, you had to go to Himalayas and stand on one leg. No family, no eating. No chole bhature. No pav bhaji. I don't know what the prasad are. Misal pav. No misal pav. You won't get anything. Fasting for 100 years, 1000 years. Yeah. And even after that, you would not get. You have to sometimes come back. Oh, I really tried my best, I couldn't get anything. But now, it's free. You come to one session of ours, you'll get to know. Life mein karna kya hai. Yeah. Please chant Hare Krishna mantra. So simple. Simplest. Study Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. It's because we don't understand Sanskrit. Prabhupada ji gave it in English. You can at least study. Yeah. Third, come to satsang. This is the most potent activity in Kali Yuga. Ashish ji will agree with this. For sure. Yeah.
This is the
Sanghe
easiest,
Shakti Kali Yuga. Sanghe Shakti Kali Yuga. Right?
easiest to do also.
Easiest. Yeah, easiest. You don't get to put too much effort. Just come. Be with. Fourth, live a sattvic life. It's really difficult. ये नहीं हो सकता. बाकी सब कर लो. No problem. इसको मत बोलो बस. इसको हटा दो. I'll do everything else. No problem. Do everything else. The start.
Duality.
So, yeah, just start somewhere. I tell that at least offer whatever you're cooking without onion garlic, whichever rice, roti, dosa, whatever you're cooking. इसमें onion garlic नहीं है. Please offer that to Bhagavan. Then take it as prasadam. And last, do some seva. Life is not just for our own enjoyment. It's something beyond life. Our own enjoyment is very fractional. What you can contribute is much bigger. So let's start doing this. So humble request, give it a shot. If it is difficult, give it a shot and you will experience it eventually. It's 9. We need to sing Damodarashtakam. But before that, let's give it a shot. Let me sing Hare Krishna mantra. Turn off this light perhaps.
No.
We'll take the questions later. Yeah, say it now. So let's sing for 7 minutes, something like that, and then we do the Damodarashtakam. We offer the and then we take prasadam. Okay. So all this theory, whatever we practice, becomes practical if we can somehow or the other put ourselves in this frame of existence wherein we can absorb ourselves in Krishna. So let us please meditate upon this situation I was telling about, that Krishna is coming after herding the cows and you are also there anticipating Krishna's arrival. Please close your eyes. Just meditate that Krishna is just coming back. And you're just anticipating Krishna is coming back. You want to see Krishna. You're seeing all these cows, hundreds of cows, thousands of cows which are coming. And Krishna and Balaram are there in the back. The sun is just about to set.